a long time. But being with them, I have learned how to use it better. And I'm making a lot. Because now there are some things that people ask me to do. They don't know that the whole concept and everything, I'm getting it from there. So it's not just about the course. One, the hand holding is amazing. It's next to no. I've done data analysis. It's not my first time trying out data analysis. I've done it like 2-3 times, different places, but it never worked. But this, within 1 month, I've been wowed. Currently, in fact, I've just throughout today and I've been busy because someone reached out to me from Canada and they sent me a project to do, which I have been working on. So it's been a whole lot. It's been amazing. It's been, it's interesting. For me, it's interesting for me to see how far I have grown. It's sometimes it's shocking for me because one of the things it's also done for me, it's made me very critical. So even in my own, I have a private business I run. So even in my business, I'm beginning to think. I'm thinking critical. I'm looking at different aspects of my business. I'm analyzing my business and I'm thinking, how do I grow my business? What do I need to improve? So I am more analytical. I'm now realistically looking at my business, looking at how I change things, looking at how I improve. And like I said, 3MONTHS has been amazing. They've been so amazing. I mean, for every one of us that have been on this team, it's been super amazing for us. We've all been so amazing. They even throw lots of opportunities to you. I mean, opportunities for jobs and everything. It's great. It's awesome. And I don't regret it. I do not. I don't regret any single kobo I have spent. I have gotten more value than I even bargained for my money. So thank you.
I love the part where she said, the money I paid for the course, I have gotten it back. Literally, your return on investment has been doubled. And that's pretty interesting. I want to also say a big thank you to you, because it is one thing to register for a program. It's another thing to follow up with the program. And need I mention that Deborah has also secured her slot to take another course with us in business analysis. That's to let you know that at 3MONTHS, we keep giving. It never ends, okay? There are just so many questions to ask you, but I want to say a big thank you to you for taking our time to get part of this conversation today. As we move on to our next participant who could oblige us to be a part of this conversation and also share her story with us. That's why I'm saying a lot of thank yous to Deborah and also to Grace for granting us this opportunity. So Grace, let's have you.
Hi, good evening. Can you see me? Can you hear me?
Hi.
Hello everyone.
Yes, we can.
Can you hear me?
Okay.
Loud?
Yes. So hi everyone, good evening.
Hello guys, can we hear me loud and clear? If you can hear me loud and clear, type a yes in the chat box. Type a yes in the chat box if you can hear me loud and clear. Okay, yes, I can see the yeses. Fantastic. All right. Good to be here. My name is Mohammed Suleiman, and I'm the COO here at 3MONTHS Analytics, and I'll be the one hosting you in today's session. Okay, and to get today's session started, let's play a little game. Okay, if you know me, tell me where I was before I transitioned into tech. So I transitioned into tech. Okay, so I want to know those in this session that know me very well. Okay, what was my previous background before getting into tech? Fastest fingers first. Quick game. All right. Once again, you're welcome. Okay, so we're going to play a quick game. I said my name is Mohammed Suleiman. Some of you may have seen me in the past, or you know me. If you know what background I came from before getting into tech, type it in the chat box. Guessing is allowed, okay? You can guess. All right, so let's see who's going to get it first. And don't go to the internet. Don't search my name on the internet, all right? Okay, even if you search it, you may not even see it. So you will see the answer. All right, so while that is going on, welcome to today's session. Okay, let's keep the answers rolling in. Victor said I'm a banker. Okay, do I look like a banker? All right. Food something slash a Greek. Wow. Do I look like I like food? Doris. Wisdom said pastor. Okay, so interesting answers. All right. I'll tell you as we go on with today's session. All right. Um, Christian says civil engineering. Christian is very close. Let's go ahead with today's session. Okay. Now, we are here today for something very simple. Okay. You want to level up with tech. You want to become either a data analyst or a business analyst or possibly a data scientist. How 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 do you do that? Okay. Exactly. Somebody has gotten the answer. Mechanical engineering. Gifts. Charles, you are correct. Okay. So I've taken note of your name and gifts. Even if I didn't mention it at the beginning of today's session, you get a special package for you alone in today's session. Just stick to the end. All right. So we came here today to see how we can get ourselves started as either a data analyst or a business analyst or a data scientist. But what are the things you actually need to do to achieve this? Okay, what do you need to do to achieve this? And that's what we're going to discuss in today's session. I'll also be sharing with you how I moved from being a mechanical engineer, okay, or from the mechanical engineering background to tech. Okay, I've worked as both a data analyst and a data scientist, and it's been splendid. For the past almost 5 years now, I've been working remotely from the comfort of my home. So, how did I achieve it, and how can you also achieve it? And how have we been, helping people to transition as well? So I'm going to share my screen, okay? And what we'll discuss is very simple. You want to level up in 2025. How do you achieve that? In a second. How do you achieve leveling up in 2025? So like I said, my name is Muhammad Suleiman. I'm the COO here at Nebiant Analytics, and I have close on a decade of experience, and I've worked with top organizations, top firms like Alfa Romeo in the US, and I did that from Lagos, Nigeria. Okay, and I've had the opportunity ever since to help close to 3,000 participants switch from classroom to their first tech job. And today, I'll be sharing valuable insights with you so that you can also make that switch. But first, I need to know that we are excited to be here. I want to know that you're excited to be here. So if you are excited to be here, type a yeah in the chat. Yeah in the chat box. If you are excited to be here, I want to see the energy. Some people say you cannot see energy, but today I will see the energy. All right. So type a yeah in the chat. Brilliant. I can feel the energy. So I'll be sharing my screen. Okay. For the benefit of those who are meeting Nebiant Analytics for the very first time. Okay. Nebiant Analytics is an edtech firm that exists to fill a gap. All right. And that gap is making premium tech training programs accessible to Africans. All right. Making premium tech training programs accessible to Africans. Okay. And this has stemmed from the fact that having worked with top firms globally, I have seen that there are just a handful of Black people in my team, and I'm talking of organizations of about 8,500, employees, and you have just two Black people out of 1,500 employees. That is ridiculously abysmal. So how do we change that narrative? Okay, what's the problem? All right, the problem is that Africans do not have access to premium tech training programs. And when I say premium, okay, I will explain in details what that means. Okay, and Nebiant Analytics helps participants to transition into specific career paths, data analytics, data science, or business analysis. And we do that by bringing professionals, experienced professionals on board who would work with you on real world projects. And that would form your own experience and your own learning journey amongst others. All right. So today, all right, we'll be discussing across four main areas. All right, the very first thing is I'll show you the secrets, okay, the secret formula to land a remote job. So if you're here today, you want to work remotely, all right, especially as a data analyst or a business analyst or a data scientist, I will be sharing insights. Or is there anybody here that does not want to work remotely? Is there anybody here that does not want to work remotely? Let me know now. Okay, let me know now. All right, let me know now if you are here and you don't want to work remotely. But if you are here and you want to work remotely, type a capital yes, capital. Hit your caps lock and type the yes if you want to work remotely. Capital letter yes, not small. Fantastic. So these are those who want to actually work remotely. So I'll be sharing that secret formula to working remotely. All right. And I'll share some success story with you as well. Okay. So what we do here at Naviant Analytics actually works. All right. And there is what we call our special extra layered support that is the game changer. Okay. That's our top secret at Naviant Analytics. And of course, a special package for those who stay till the end of today's session. I can feel the energy in today's session. I'm super pumped as well. So let's get started. All right. Let's get started. So I've already asked this question. Okay. So I don't need to ask again. I've already asked this question. So I won't be asking it again. I can see the yeses in the chat box. And that is brilliant. Do you want to work remotely in 2025? Yes. Okay. Now, what many people do not know, okay, what so many people do not know is that getting a remote job is easier than you think. All right. It is easier than you think. And people also do not know the right platform to look for remote jobs. Okay. Oh, I want to work remotely, and you jump on any platform you see out there, and then you do not get results. And lastly, people also do not have the right guidance. Okay, you do not have the right guidance to getting that remote job, and it makes it significantly harder for you to get results. All right. So today we will be discussing this in detail. All right. Myself, I was a victim of this as well. Okay. So it did not spare me. All right. For close to 2 years. All right. For close to 2 years, I was on my own journey to getting into the tech ecosystem until I met a mentor. Okay. And what a mentor will do for you is immeasurable. It has no substitute, right? In the sense that your mentor has walked that path you are trying to do, you are trying to thread, and they would give you that guidance. So you don't need to figure things out from scratch. You don't need to reinvent the wheel. All you need to do is to follow instructions. It is that simple. Follow instructions. So I met my mentor, all right? And my mentor told me that, look, oh, you are trying to get into tech, yeah? And this was 2 months before I got my first tech job, right? You're trying to get into tech. What are you doing? And I said, oh, look, I'm learning Python now. And he laughed and asked me, do you know how to use Excel? I said, yes, I know how to use Excel. And then he started asking me, do you know what pivot tables are? Do you know what pivot charts are? Do you know how to create a dynamic, interactive dashboard using Excel? And I was like, but you said it's Excel. Do I know Excel? Are you sure all these things you're mentioning is still Excel? And he laughed, okay? And he said that, look, you starting with Python is like building a house from the roof down. It's like building a house from the roof down. So even if you would eventually finish building the house, you can imagine how difficult and expensive and time consuming it would have been. And then he said that if you're looking to get into tech, especially between now and 2030, between now and 2030, if you are looking to get into tech, these are the three career paths you should look at: data analytics, data science, or business analysis. And that narrowed my focus down to these three aspects. And the next thing for me was to choose, okay, which of these career paths do I want to go into? And the reason I asked, okay, so why these three career paths? Why did you even pick these three career paths? And he told me something very interesting. Number one, it's easy to learn, in the sense that anybody from any background, okay, whether you're a stay-at-home mom, you're a banker, you're a farmer, or you're a goalkeeper, or you're an engineer, you can transition into either of these three career paths of your choice. Okay, it's easy to learn. It's also easy to transition because the demand for these roles are very high. And they are very high is not even the best thing about it. They are still increasing in demand. The demand for these roles are predicted to increase between now and 2030 by another 30% of what it currently is. So it means that the opportunities you have now would still increase by another 30% within the next 5 years alone. So the best choice for you is to choose one of these career paths, double down, and see what you can achieve, right? And as if that's not even enough, you have fantastic salary projections, fantastic salary projections, okay, for each of these career paths. And then this got me interested. Okay, it got me interested, and I was like, okay, can you please just tell me how I can even, select the career path? What's the differences? Who is it? You've said data analyst, business analyst, data scientist. What's the difference? Okay, what's their similarity, if any? And this is why I would ask you that same question. Are you interested in knowing the differences between all of these career paths right now? Do you want to know the differences because do you want to know the differences between these career paths? Who is a data analyst? Who is a data scientist? Who is a business analyst? Fantastic. I can see the responses in the chat box. Okay. And also, let's take notes while the session is going on. Okay. While the session is going on, all right, there will be an attendance link that will be pasted in the chat by one of my team members, Enquiries Navians, and I want to urge you to fill out the attendance. Okay. Now, filling out the attendance would get you access to my slides and the recording of this session. Okay. And you also want to stick around till the end of this session so that you can ask questions and you can also get to receive my special offer. Okay. So, Gift Charles, I noted your name. You have a special offer. Should you stay till the end of the session as well? So, how do you even become one of these? What are they? All right. So, what we'll be discussing are these three career paths I can see on my screen, and I've also included the future of jobs reports for 2023. The one of 2025 is already out. Okay, and the projections are valid. Okay, the projections between now and 2030 are being validated, right? So let's discuss, okay, some of the perks in the future of jobs report for the year 2025. Now, what you can see on my screen, okay, are the fastest growing jobs between 2025 and 2030, right? And if you look at the career paths that I have highlighted, they hover around AI and data. Okay, data and AI. So if you're looking to upskill, the best bet for you is to choose a career path that is data inclined, okay, and is also AI friendly. And I'll tell you why this is the case. Okay, so fantastic. And I've also included the future of jobs reports for 2025. The link here, you can see the projections. All right, you can see the projections and all of that stuff. You know yourself. It's about 300 pages, so I wouldn't go into that today. This is just a snippet of what you'll find in there. Now, who is a data analyst? Okay, so I need your rapt attention starting from now. Okay, because I will be telling you who a data analyst is, who a business analyst is, who a data scientist is. And while I'm doing so, I want you to picture yourself in one of these three. So at the end of the session, you then tell me which one interests you the most and which do you see yourself as. Okay? So let's go ahead. I believe we are ready. I believe we are ready. I want to start with the data analyst. Fantastic. So let me start with data analyst. Okay. Now, when you talk of analytics as a spectrum, there are four types of analytics. You have descriptive analytics, diagnostic analytics, predictive analytics, and prescriptive analytics. You have four types. Now, the job of a data analyst is the first two types of analytics. The first two types of analytics is the concern of the data analyst, and those are the descriptive and the diagnostic analytics. Okay, so the question now would be, what then is descriptive analytics? What then is diagnostic analytics? Isn't it? You want to know more? Don't you want to know more about descriptive and diagnostic analytics? I bet you do. Okay. Now, the descriptive analytics, okay, which is the first priority of the data analyst, is storytelling. Let me write it down. Okay, storytelling. All right, story. Okay, storytelling. Don't mind my handwriting. It's way better than this in real life. All right, storytelling. That is what descriptive analytics is. All right, telling a story. And this is you as a data analyst going into an organization, getting hold of their data, summarizing it into charts and visuals, and telling the organization that, look, oh, over the last 10 years, you have increased revenue by an average of 10% on a year-on-year basis. Okay, and this is you telling a story of what has happened from the data that has been recorded, that from from the data that has been recorded. All right. Okay. So from the data that has been recorded, tell them a story. All right. And then diagnostic analytics, on the other hand, is you going further to tell them why those things happen. Are you with me, guys? Diagnostic analytics is you taking it a step further to telling the organization why those things happened, the reason behind those things. Okay, and you are not telling them own based off of your own your own wings or your opinion. It is going to be based on the data on ground. Okay, but you are the one who's going to dig out the reasons, and you use data to support your claims, and this forms your job as a data analyst. So if you ever hear of a data analyst, these are the guys that create reports, dashboards to to describe and tell a story, and then they don't stop there. They take it a step further to telling the organization why these things happen. Do we understand? Do we understand? Do we understand? Okay, so I'm going to take questions till by the end of this session. Okay. Okay, brilliant. All right. Yeah, the session is recorded. Okay. But not until you fill out the attendance form before you gain access to the recording of the session. All right. Now, as a data analyst, okay, what you need to learn is you need to learn Excel. Okay, you need to learn Power BI, Tableau, Looker Studio, SQL, and AI. Okay, ChatGPT. Now we have DeepSeek, very brilliant tool, and it's likely going to be the replacement of ChatGPT if ChatGPT is not careful. If you've heard it already, you know what I'm talking about. All right. Excel is a fundamental tool as a data analyst. You can't call yourself a data analyst without knowing Excel. Okay. And these three tools that you can see on my screen, Power BI, okay, Tableau, and Looker Studio, they are all business intelligence tools. Okay, they are all business intelligence tools. All right, they are all business intelligence tools, and it could have been enough to just learn one, but the reason we have included all three in our curriculum here at Navient Analytics is that you want to have a touch of variety. It's a strategy. Okay, recruiters are attracted to talent that have a variety of skills. Okay, Power BI, Tableau, Looker Studio, especially as a data analyst. Okay, and this gives you the edge and puts you at a pedestal that projects you as a top talent whenever you're looking for jobs. All right. There are BI tools that you use them to create fantastic dashboards and your reports and all of that stuff. You also use it to automate your reports, okay, such that you can create a report in January and you don't have to create that report ever again. All you need to do is to update and update, and that would be the trick. You also need to learn SQL. SQL is a fundamental tool for extracting data from data sources. Okay, SQL is a fundamental tool for extracting data from data sources. You would work as a data analyst in organizations that store their data in what we call an SQL database. So it is necessary for you to be literate in terms of using SQL so that you can easily extract data whenever you need to do one or two analysis here and there. Okay, and that's not the last thing. Okay, and if you look at the chat box now, the you'd see the you'd see the attendance. Okay, you'd see the attendance. All right, you're going to see the attendance, so fill it out while I'm presenting. All right, so and these are the things you need to learn as a data analyst. And last but not least, ChatGPT is a fantastic tool that helps you out with so many things. Okay, so many things. ChatGPT is like a calculator. Think of ChatGPT, okay, especially how you'd use it as a data analyst. It's like a calculator that helps you do things easily. All right. When you want to add two numbers together, you pull up your calculator and you punch it, and you're sure it gives you the right answer. Saves you time of doing those creepy attendance. Those creepy calculation. All right. So what you do is you use ChatGPT as a tool to accelerate your results, okay, and also make it top notch. All right, so coming up with formulas or Python codes here and there, you don't need to rack your brain anymore. Okay, all you need to do is to all you need to do is to make use of ChatGPT, and it makes your job super easy. All right. All right. Okay, brilliant. I believe we all understand who a data analyst is now. Okay, so that we can now head into who a data scientist, on the other hand, is. Okay, do we understand who a data analyst is? Do we understand who a data analyst is? I need to know. No, please do not type your name in the chat. Okay, the link to the attendance form is in the chat box. There is a link posted by Enquiries Nabians in the chat box. It is color blue. Click on that and fill out the attendance. Do not type your name in the chat box, please. Brilliant. All right, now moving on to who a data scientist is. Okay, now we talked about the spectrum of analytics. Okay, the descriptive, diagnostic. Now, remember I said the descriptive and diagnostic analytics, that's the job of the data analyst, right? The remaining two, which is the predictive and prescriptive analytics, is the job of the data scientist. Okay, that's the job of the data scientist. So as a data scientist, you are focused on predicting what is likely going to happen in the future. Okay, you're going to be predicting what is likely going to happen. Of course, you're not just doing it from your own perception or opinion. You're going to take hold of data, and based on the data, you perform predictions, and then you tell the organization how they should strategize going forward. And you would also prescribe action plans based on the data, of course, to okay, people are asking questions. If you just listen to my explanation, okay, at the end of the session, you'll be able to choose. All right, you'll be able to choose one. Now, I explained who a data analyst is. I did not ask if you want to become a data analyst yet. I just explained and asked, do you understand who a data analyst is? And we all said yes. Now I'm moving to who a data scientist is. And I would love that you also understand who a data scientist is. This is the first step for you to choosing the right career path. You need to understand each of them and who they are, and that would help you to understand which one suits you the best. Okay, and we also offer what we call clarity sessions, so you can reach out to me directly after the session if you want to have a private chat with me to tell me about your background, which career path is best for you, especially if you're torn between two career paths. I would be super happy to have that conversation with you on Monday. All right, Monday evenings, I have that set out to have that conversation with you. So keep your calendar blocked. All right, now as a data scientist, you're focused on predicting. Okay, you are focused on predicting into the future and telling the organization how to strategize. All right, which is what we call prescriptive. You prescribe action plans for the organization. And to help you perform your function as a data scientist, you need to be very conversant with the following tools. Excel, again. All right, Excel is a fundamental tool for data science. Now, you may think that, okay, well, the data analyst is also learning Excel. Yes, but not like the data scientist, okay? Now, the career paths are different. You will be learning Excel tailored more towards predictive analytics. All right, so you learn Excel for predictive analytics. You also get to learn Tableau for data visualization and presentation. You'd also get to learn Python. Python is going to be your bread and butter because it makes predictive analytics super easy. And guys, a lot of people run away when they hear Python, but there has never been a better time to learn Python than now. We have AI growing very fast. The competition is very high when it comes to generative AI, and these tools can be used to help yourself to learn these things fast, and not just learn them fast, to even perform tasks very fast and with high accuracy. So if you want to become a data scientist but you're scared of Python, be scared no more. Okay. You also have SQL. I explained what you needed SQL for as a data analyst. Pretty much the same thing. Extracting data from a data source. All right, that's what SQL is used for. All right, that's what SQL is used for. So you would also need to be conversant, just like the data analyst with SQL, um, to get yourself. Okay, I said Tableau, not Pablo, please. I said Tableau. Okay. All right. I didn't even think of. Okay, so I said Tableau. Okay, Tableau. All right. So you can see it on my screen. Okay. Let me circle it. This is Tableau. Yeah. Okay. Not Pablo. All right. Please. All right. So exactly. I saw the charts. I didn't think that you were referring to Tableau when you were saying, did I hear Pablo? All right. So you need to also learn GitHub, okay, for version control. Now, because you will be dealing with a bunch of codes, right? You're writing codes, Python codes. You may feel the need to make some changes to your codes at some point, okay? So what if you change, because there's a scenario that can happen, you make some changes to your code, but the first iteration of your code is the best. The first form that you wrote, the first code that you wrote is the best. And you want to go back without having to write that one from scratch all over again. GitHub helps you do that with ease, okay? So it helps you keep track of your versions and you can easily go back and forth and choose which one you like. And of course, you can't call yourself a data scientist in this era without being conversant with AI, such as ChatGPT, DeepSeek, and Claude AI, and so many more. You have Gemini AI. Okay, you cannot call yourself a data scientist without leveraging these platforms. Okay, and that brings us to who a business analyst is. But I want to confirm again, do you know who a data scientist is now? Do you know who a data scientist is? Do you know who a data scientist is? Fantastic. I'm glad you understand. Okay. Now, the business analyst, moving on, okay? The business analyst is a little, different than the other two. Okay. All right. The business analyst is a little different from the other two. All right. And as a business analyst, you are more like a translator. Do you know the job of a translator? The translator is a middleman in between two people who really don't understand themselves, but you are blessed as a translator to understand both languages. And for that reason, you are the best to mediate the communication between those two people. All right. So now allow me to explain to you who a data scientist is. I mean, I said data scientist. Sorry about that. Business analyst, right? So this is the business analyst, okay? This is the business analyst. Don't worry, business analysts are usually more beautiful than this, so don't mind my drawing. All right. So the business analysts always find themselves in between two parties. Okay, party A, these are the CEOs, business owners, etc. All right. Also, I'll write BO for business owners. All right, CEOs, business owners, etc. Okay, these are guys that build companies, that build products, that build stuff. Okay, and then on the other hand, on the other hand, on the other hand, you want to you have the what we call the developers. Okay, I'll just call them devs for short. Okay, they are not devils, or they are not devils, they are developers. Okay, developers. Now these are the the tech bros. Okay, the core coders. These are coders. All right, these are coders. Okay, they write very, very intricate codes. Okay, and these are the people that build websites, they build softwares, and all of that. Now, your job as the business analyst, okay, is to mediate between these two people. The business owners always have wishes. Oh, I want a mobile app, I want an app that can allow users to book a meeting. I want an app that can allow users to track their products, okay, their delivery. I want an app that can allow users to, send messages to each other. Okay. Now, why can't I see your screen, sir? I was before, but not anymore. It's blank now. Can you see my screen, guys? If you can see my screen, type yes, I can in the chat so that Elizabeth knows that it's a it's a specific issue to her. Okay, so Elizabeth, you want to maybe drop off the call and join back and see if that fixes the issue. All right, moving ahead. Now, your job, okay, as I was saying, the CEOs always want something built for them, right? An app that can allow users to scan their vehicle, okay, for example. And you as the business analyst would ensure that while the business owners are communicating with the developers in a meeting, okay, all the requirements to build that app is documented by you. You are also going to ensure to make sure that the coders understand the end goal of the project. Okay, so if you can't see my screen, please log out and join again, please. All right, so as I was saying, right, as a business analyst, you're going to be documenting, you're going to be ensuring that the developers understand the goal of the business. You're also going to ensure that the project is delivered in a timely manner, and it's also your job to oversee the day-to-day affairs of the developers to ensure that there is no roadblock. That's your job as a business analyst. Sort of like a project manager, but there is a twist to it. Recruiters these days always want their business analysts to also be able to handle data. Okay, so for that reason, we've included a little bit of data analytics to our business analysis program. Okay, so the very first thing you learn when you join our business analysis program are these three data analytics tools. Okay, Excel, Power BI, and SQL. Now, when you're done with that, you then go into the core business analysis frameworks, okay, where you learn Jira or Trello to track your team. Then you'd also get to use Azure DevOps. Azure DevOps allows you to collaborate between all of these people, okay, the CEOs, the business owners, yourself, as well as the developers. Azure DevOps allows you to do that. You'd also make use of draw.io, okay? You'd also make use of Miro, although they are not included here, but these are some projects, some business analysis tools that you get to learn across your stay here. You'd also get to learn some frameworks like SDLC, Software Development Lifecycle. Now, I know you heard software development. It is not coding. What you are learning is the life cycle of software development. So you want to understand what a software goes through during the development. Okay, you want to know what the software goes through during development so that your team they don't come and bobo you and tell you that, oh, we have an issue, or this is the stage we are, when you are in another stage, but because you don't understand the intricacies, they then tell you things that are false. All right, now you also get to learn gap analysis. Okay, gap analysis allows you to tell the business where they are compared to where they want to be. So what's that gap in between? All right, gap analysis allows you to do that. Sometimes this may also involve you analyzing a little bit of data to get some information, which is why you need data analytics, a little bit of data analytics prowess as a business analyst. Process mapping, it's like drawing the plan of a house. Every organization has a process. So process mapping is drawing that process using some specific diagrams and notations, on a piece of paper, not a piece of paper, on a screen, all right? On a screen, right? So that you can actually visualize, where there are bottlenecks, where you need adjustments, and so on and so forth. All right. So these are the things that you need to learn. You also learn agile methodology. Methodology helps you to manage your team. Okay, it simply states that a project needs to be presented on a timely and incremental basis. What do I mean? Rather than waiting till the deadline to then present what you built to the CEO, you present intermittently, which falls back to software development lifecycle. Okay, so you can present the project at several stages to the business owner so that they can make changes. Okay, and you still meet up with the deadline regardless. So that's the agile methodology. You'd also get to learn documenting a product requirement document or a business requirement document. I talked about this as one of the major things you'll be doing as a business analyst when you're mediating between these two parties. Okay, and across these programs, all of the three programs, you'd have your classes on weekends, Saturdays and Sundays. Okay, there was a class today, right? So Saturdays and Sundays, you'd have your class, you have your classes, but there is a difference, okay, between the two. On Saturday, you'll have an instructor-led class, like how we are on this call. You have somebody on a call with you, okay, to walk you through those areas, okay, that you need to learn, and then you gain the experience. 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. But on Sundays, you get what we call DID videos. All right, DID videos, do as I do videos. Now, these are self-paced videos. Okay, they are self-paced videos, and all you need to do is to watch them starting on Sundays and you spread them across the week. And this keeps you engaged. And not only that, it prepares you ahead of the next class on Saturday. So when you come to class, you can participate effectively, and that also boosts your assimilation in class on Saturdays, because your Saturday classes are geared towards real world projects. You'll be solving real world problems as a business analyst. Okay. So, guys, the big question: do you see yourself as a data analyst, a data scientist, or a business analyst? Type in the chat. Let's see. Type in the chat box. Let's see who you are. Are you a business analyst? Are you a data analyst? Are you a data scientist? Who are you? Okay, who are you? 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 Okay, I can see people data analysts. A lot of people like data analysts. Okay. Okay, business analysts, data scientists. Why are the data scientists in the house? Where are the data scientists in the house? All right, brilliant, 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 brilliant. Okay, somebody saying, can I start as data science and move to business analysis? Absolutely, you can actually do that. All right, so I can see that most people are tilted towards data analysis and business analysis. That is super brilliant. Okay, but that's not all. Okay, that's not all. So let's look at some of the remote opportunities online very quickly. Okay, very quickly. Okay, let me bring up my browser. Let me bring up my browser. Sorry about that. Let me bring up my browser. Okay, so you'd see LinkedIn. Let's go to LinkedIn. All right, let's go to LinkedIn. Now, this is my LinkedIn profile. Okay, this is my LinkedIn profile. All right, this is my LinkedIn profile. Okay. Now, you can build your own LinkedIn profile as well. Okay, you can also build your LinkedIn profile. Okay, but one of the things you use LinkedIn for is to search for jobs. So let's quickly look at some of the remote opportunities that we have on LinkedIn, for example. Okay, somebody saying, is it possible to cover all three? Absolutely, you can. Okay, but there is a way to do it. You can't do them simultaneously. You take it one at a time. Okay, so you need to choose which one you start first, and um, and all that. How do we contact you for questions? Um, I'll let you know how to do that. Okay, I'll let you know how to do that at the end of today's session. We have about another 45 minutes until the session ends, and I would answer all your questions. Okay, and I would have told you at that point how to contact me. Now let's start with data analyst. Okay, so just search for data analyst. Okay, and hit enter. So when you click on data analyst and hit enter, you then tell LinkedIn that no, you don't want to see actual data analyst, you want to find jobs. So you want to click on jobs. Okay, you want to click on jobs. All right, you want to click on jobs. So now when you click on jobs, okay, you want to set your location to EMEA. EMEA. Okay, EMEA meaning Europe, Middle East, and Africa. Okay, don't limit yourself to Nigeria or Ghana. You get the drift. So EMEA is what you want to type. Europe, Middle East, and Africa. That's the first step. Second step is you want to say, I want to see jobs that were posted last week. Okay, maximum. Okay, jobs that were posted within a week. All right, jobs that are posted within a week. Now, George, I just answered your question. All right, and I'll take questions at the end of today's session. So stick around to the end. I'll answer a question one more time, and you'd get that sorted out. But it's important that what I'm doing now, you see it. Okay. Now click on past week. All right, and you see 4,000 results. I also want to click on remote and select remote jobs. I don't want on-site, I don't want hybrid, I want just remote jobs. And I click on show 3K results. Now, between now and last week, there are 3,337 job openings for data analysts alone. Okay? 3,333 remote roles for data analysts alone between today and last week. 3,337 job adverts. Guys, so, and you can see some of them are asking for just Power BI. Okay, Power BI, data analyst, freelance, okay, data annotator, okay, remote. These are remote roles. You can work from anywhere and you can apply to these jobs. All right. So that's a glimpse of the kind of what do you call it, demand you have for data analysts. Okay. Now if I click on one, let me just click on one of them at random. Okay, and let's look at what they're asking for. Okay, click on them at random and let's look at what they are asking for. Okay, and if you look at what are they asking for, they're asking for SQL. Okay, what again? Comfortable working with large data sets. All right, Power BI will help you do all of that. Okay, SQL basically Excel. Okay, Excel, they're asking for Excel. Okay, expertise in Excel, SQL. Okay, so pretty much these are the things they're asking for. All right, so you can apply to this kind of job, and what have you. This is Power BI data specialist, so this is strictly Power BI, and Power BI is just one of the tools that you be using. They're also asking for SQL, and all of that stuff. So this gives you a glimpse of what it is. You can also search for data scientists. Let's search for data scientists. Let's see the demand for data scientists. So I hit enter. So data scientists between now and last week you have 745 job adverts. When you compare 745 to 3,000, you say, data scientist is low, right? But think of it. Can you apply to, this is 745 jobs, right? Between now and last week. Divided by 7. That is at least 100 job adverts per day for data science. Now, let me ask you this question. Can you apply to 100 jobs every single day? The answer is still no. So when you look at it, 745 is still on the high side, but for data analysts, it is incredible. 3,000, easy, right? So let's look at business analyst, okay? Business analyst. Very quickly, and then we'll return to our slides. So for business analyst, let's see what it looks like, okay? So for business analyst as well, 681, okay? So now, for remote roles alone, okay? So this is easily 100 jobs, 100 job adverts every single day for these roles, right? And this is why they are super high in demand. And this demand is projected to grow by another 35% between now and 2030. So if you want to become a tech bro, a tech sis, now is the time to get yourself started. So how do you apply to these jobs? A lot of you see easy apply here and click easy apply. Is that how to apply to jobs? Spoiler alert, no. Okay, there is a way to apply to these jobs, and these are the things that we'll discuss in the program. Okay, so back to our slides. Okay, back to our slides. Let's move on because we don't have all day. All right, we don't have all day. Now, to attract the right recruiters online, you need to build yourself a portfolio of projects. So as a data analyst, business analyst, data scientist, you need to have projects to showcase your skills, something like what you have in front of me. And speaking about portfolio of projects, okay, our students have designed their own portfolio. So I'm going to show you some of our students who have, built their own portfolios, and they did this while they were with us at Navient Analytics. Okay. Now I want you to fill out the attendance form so you can get this slide and also get access to the recording over the weekend, latest on Monday, right? And I want you to look at each of their portfolios, okay? But just for reference, I would show you Lebura Olawale's portfolio, and I want you to keep an eye on Lebura Olawale. Lebura Olawale joined our program, and look at the fantastic project she was able to build. Okay, so she has this link that we worked her through in creating. So she created all the projects that she did in class. Now, these are projects she did under the guidance of our experienced instructor in class. These are things she did in class, not at home, in class, right there in class, not on her own, in class. Okay, so every weekend they build a project, and you can see the fantastic project that she's been able to build, and she's put them here for showcase. When a recruiter sees this, they would at least invite her for an interview if they didn't give her the job. At least this gets her an interview. And guess what? Deborah Awale has gotten a job. And the most fantastic thing about her is that she got this job 3 weeks into the training program. 3 weeks into the training program. Let me show you the dashboard she posted. I got her the job. This one. Okay. She posted this one on the left-hand side. Okay. And that was what got her a job on LinkedIn. Okay. She got a job on LinkedIn. All right. So that's a snippet of what you'll be getting by being a student here at Navient Analytics. Okay. Now, how exactly do we help people get jobs? Very simple. At Navient Analytics, we understand that knowing Excel, knowing Power BI, and all of that does not get you the job. Because, for example, imagine you are Lebura or Lawali, the portfolio I just showed you now. Imagine you are the owner. Oh, from portfolio, the recruiter knows that you are an expert in Excel, you are an expert in Power BI, and all of that good stuff. But They invite you for an interview. How do you ace such an interview? So that's a different ball game entirely, and it's called soft skills. Okay, now it's called soft skills. So because of that reason, we have included what we call an extra layered support for you at Naviance Analytics, tailored towards employability to ensure that you get the job. Okay, so things like you get things like weekly guidance and mentorship sessions, you get a CV revamp, you get the LinkedIn optimization. So for those of you who are complaining, oh, I don't have a LinkedIn profile, or you have a LinkedIn profile, but you've never seen it to be important, right? We'll help you sort all of those things out so that you can get yourself in the best position to get jobs remotely, right? You also have Upwork. Upwork is a fantastic platform to get remote jobs. I got my first remote job on Upwork. Okay, interview preparation. Now, I mentioned that you have interviews, so you apply to jobs, or you get called for an interview. We prepare you ahead of that interview for two reasons. First, it gives you the best chance to ace that interview. Second, it boosts your confidence because doing something new may come with some, self-doubt, lack of confidence, imposter syndrome. So we have interview preparation to ensure that we kick that imposter syndrome out and give you the highest form of confidence to get this job and to ace the interview. Right? Please, how do I get a portfolio? It's simple. Okay, you join Naviance Analytics and you get a portfolio. Okay, Chiwendu, just to give you a simple answer, those portfolios that you saw, okay, were from students of Naviance Analytics. Okay, I can see some questions. I will just quickly take some questions. I'll take questions properly at the end of the session. Do you need a laptop? Capital letter, yes. You need a laptop to learn and to also function on the job. All right. So let's move on. Now, you get what we call technical support sessions. Okay. The technical support sessions are tailored towards eliminating any backlog that you have during the week so that you don't go into a class the following week with an issue that you had last week. So that's what the technical support session is meant for. And guess what? You have a lifetime access to all your materials, your class materials, your class recordings, and you can even contact your class coordinators, your facilitators, even after your program has ended. And guess what? If you have an interview after your program has ended, you get a free interview preparation every single time. Okay? And that's because by completing your training program at Naviance Analytics, you become a bona fide member of our community. And as a bona fide member of our community, you are entitled to getting interview preps at no extra cost. You have a lifetime access to all your training programs and all of that good stuff. All right. Now, moving ahead, okay, you get a 1 to 2 months internship opportunity here with us at Naviance Analytics, and you also get a reference and recommendation letter to go with that. So, reference and recommendation letters are very important when it comes to securing an offer, especially with international recruiters. So, we do that like this. When you join Naviance Analytics, okay, we tell you to update your LinkedIn to reflect that you are working in your chosen career path at Naviance Analytics. What does this do for you? By the time you get an offer from a recruiter, they reach out to us to ask for reference, and we do a very great job in writing you a compelling reference letter. And that has gone a long way in helping our participants secure their dream tech roles remotely, right? And I have testimonials here. Okay, I have so much testimonials. You have seen Lebura Lawale already. Okay, that's the dashboard she built. She posted it on LinkedIn. A recruiter reached out to her, and that was that's and that's the rest was history. Okay, the rest is history. You also have Udwak Basi. Udwak Basi, two companies dragged for her, Sparkle and UBA. When she was working at UBA, she joined our program, jumped on one of our courses, and then she got an offer from Sparkle, way higher than what she earns at UBA. UBA heard of it. UBA increased her salary. Okay, but guess what? She still left for Sparkle, because if Sparkle can start with her dream salary, what do you think she would achieve in a very short time at Sparkle, right? So she did not stay with those people who do not who only promoted her after hearing that she has gotten a better offer somewhere else. Okay, and this is not throwing shades on UBA, but it's just what the career is and how tech career paths are very superb. And you can connect with Woodwork yourself when you get this slide. Okay, but what I want us to do now is let's listen to Woodwork Basi and Woodwork Basi. Okay, sorry about the break in transmission. All right. I wanted to switch to the testimonials. Okay, I believe we can hear me loud and clear still. I believe we can hear me loud and clear still. So what I'm going to do next now is I'll share the testimonial, okay? And I want you to listen attentively, okay? I want you to listen attentively to Lebura Olawale and possibly Udwak Basi, so that you hear from them directly and what they said about their experience at Nibiant Analytics. So my screen is going to come up now, okay? My screen is going to come up now, and I want you to confirm that you can see my screen when it comes up. So a couple of moments, okay? Just give me a moment and you would see my screen. One moment, my screen would come up and you'd get to hear from Lebura Lawale and Udwak Basi, possibly. Okay, please let me know if you can see my screen. Can we see my screen? Okay, my screen should come up now. Okay, my screen should come up now. All right. I can see people asking for my contact. I'll share my contact within the next 30 minutes. I'll share my contact to you. Okay. But I need you to listen to Udwak Basi or Lebura Lawali, one of the two of them. Okay. Let's quickly listen to them to hear what they have to say.
Can you please give a round of applause to our amazing Lebura Olawale? She did the job. It is one thing for you to apply for a program. It's another thing for you to hear what and do what they say you should do. She literally implemented every single thing that she was told here, and it granted her that job offer. So Lebura, the conversation is yours today. How has it been for you here at Nibiant Analytics?
Good evening, everyone. It's a great pleasure and an honor to be here to share my own journey. For me, it's been amazing. It's been incredible. Surprisingly, today, someone even sent me a chat. They had actually done their own course with another organization, and they were reaching out to me to say, oh, they think they want to sign up with Nibiant. And I'm like, oh, I thought you have done with XYZ. And the person made a statement. He said, I have seen your work and it's so different. And it tells me that these people have something they're giving out. And that's the unique thing. And first, I want to appreciate Mr. Ayobami. He always tells us that he has the OCD, but it's been amazing because he would make you pay attention to every single details. That's the great thing about him, and that's one thing I think has been amazing for me working with Nabians. The fact that you can reach out to them when you need help and they're willing to respond. The fact that when you're stuck, sometimes I send Mr. Ayobami, I'll send them messages like 12 midnights, I'll drop messages when I'm trying to do something and they'll get back. They put you through. The hand holding is amazing. For example, personally, I joined the program when the program had started. I didn't start the program with them from the beginning because I didn't know. I was just having a conversation with a friend and I said, oh, I want to do this. And she said, oh, there's this company, but they've started. And I was like, I can catch up. And she said, oh, let me speak and see if they can sign you up. So I actually came in. The program had gone like a week or two before I joined, but the hand holding was amazing. Recently, I had to share my portfolio with someone, and the person was like, is this really your portfolio? Like, how many months did you say you've been on this program? Now, going back to how I was able to get an offer, it still comes back to the fact that you're made to pay attention to details. I remember doing that dashboard, and when I was done, I sent it to Mr. Ayo. He still told me, we still need to put one or two things through. This still needs to align. And I was just telling myself, what is wrong with Mr. Ayo? Please leave me alone. It's my first time. You want to kill me? And he kept saying, no, Mrs. Ola, we need to make this professional. This is good, but you can still align it like this. You can still do this, So that's making sure that what you're doing is perfect. And by the time I put it out there, people didn't even believe it was my first dashboard I was putting out there. And then someone reached out to me and said, oh, they had a job they were supposed to do somewhere, and they wanted me to work with them on that job and do the data analysis part of it. For me, it was super because I didn't see that coming. And that was how, like I said, I paid money, but even before I finished the course, I got my money back because I got paid for that job. So I kind of got my money back. So for me, that was amazing. I like the fact that we have the outside of our regular class, we still have the sections that are like the technical sessions. So yes, you've been taught, you have an opportunity of like 3 days to work, and then you're coming back for the technical sections with all your questions. And you have all your questions you're asking and you're getting all the guidance you have. I also love the fact that they have the mentorship section. So they're not just, now the beauty of it all is, in fact, the last time we had a conversation as a team, someone was sharing something, which is very true. What you learn here, for example, I'm an educator. I've been an educator for 17 years. I'm just coming into this tech. I mean, I started in August and I've gone far. Even what I have learned, I am still transferring it into every other sector of my life, because what they bring forward to you is beyond the data analysis or data science. It's way beyond that. For example, I mean, I've had a LinkedIn profile. I have never understood the value of optimizing your LinkedIn. And that's something I got from here. Even ChatGPT, I have been using ChatGPT for a long time, but being with them, I have learned how to use it better. And I'm making a lot, because now there are some things that people ask me to do. They don't know that the whole concept and everything, I'm getting it from there. So it's not just about the course. One, the hand holding is amazing. It's next to no. I've done data analysis. It's not my first time trying out data analysis. I've done it like 2-3 times, different places, but it never worked. But this, within 1 month, I've been wowed. Currently, in fact, I've just throughout today and I've been busy because someone reached out to me from Canada and they sent me a project to do, which I have been working on. So it's been a whole lot. It's been amazing. It's been, it's interesting. For me, it's interesting for me to see how far I have grown. It's sometimes it's shocking for me, because one of the things it's also done for me, it's made me very critical. So even in my own, I have a private business I run. So even in my business, I'm beginning to think. I'm thinking critical. I'm looking at different aspects of my business. I'm analyzing my business and I'm thinking, how do I grow my business? What do I need to improve? So I am more analytical. I'm now realistically looking at my business, looking at how I change things, looking at how I improve. And like I said, Nabians has been amazing. They've been so amazing. I mean, for every one of us that have been on this team, it's been super amazing for us. We've all been so amazing. They even throw lots of opportunities to you. I mean, opportunities for jobs and everything. It's great. It's awesome. And I don't regret it. I do not. I don't regret any single kobo I have spent. I have gotten more value than I even bargained for my money. So thank you.
I love the part where she said, the money I paid for the course, I have gotten it back. Literally, your return on investment has been doubled. And that's pretty interesting. I want to also say a big thank you to you, because it is one thing to register for a program. It's another thing to follow up with the program. And need I mention that Deborah has also secured her slot to take another course with us in business analysis. That's to let you know that at Nibians, we keep giving. It never ends, okay? There are just so many questions to ask you, but I want to say a big thank you to you for taking our time to be a part of this conversation today. As we move on to our next participant who could oblige us to be a part of this conversation and also share her story with us. That's why I'm saying a lot of thank yous to Lebura and also to Grace for granting us this opportunity. So Grace, let's have you.
Hi, good evening. Can you see me? Can you hear me?
Hi. Yes, we can.
Okay, yes. So hi everyone, good evening. I'm also a student of Nibians Analytics. I just recently concluded my data analytics program with Nibians. Before I started, I was like, am I sure I want to do this? Because I had done one data analytics course with one very popular firm, and I didn't think it was something I wanted to do, right? So I just left it aside until I got the opportunity again to do this one. And when I started, I was a bit, I was so expectant of what will I gain out of this, because the money I'm paying is not small money, right? And my salary before was I was barely surviving. So I had to even borrow part of the money I used to pay for the course from my mother. And she was like, are you sure you want to do this? I'm like, yes. So when I paid for the course and I joined, I started attending classes and I got insights on how they operate, which was really interesting. It's quite different from what I was used to. There were times for mentorship on Thursdays. There were Tuesday technical review sessions where you can ask questions and all that. So one of the best parts of the training for me was the mentorship sessions where the CEO of the program actually led us through how to optimize our LinkedIn, how to revamp our CVs, how to put ourselves out there beyond just learning data analytics. So it was really like a push for me. And I remember I started posting on LinkedIn in less than 2 months. I started getting a lot of connections from different people, from people in tech and all that. I also started having a lot of followers. My followers increased in less than a month to about 1,000 plus, and it's still growing. Actually, I started posting weekly, and I found that I started getting engagements from people that I never thought I would connect with, right? And I recently got a job offer where I wasn't expecting, because I'd been applying for jobs before then, and all the, when you apply for a job and you get a mail and you just get, we are sorry, and you're just like, oh, I don't think I want to do this again, right? So that was the situation I was in. But the job I got, I didn't apply for this job. I was on my own. I was where I used to work, and I got a chat on LinkedIn from a recruiter, actually, from one firm that I had been admiring. So I was like, this one that someone is messaging me on LinkedIn, I hope they're not about to tell me to come and register for one of that thing, because sometimes on LinkedIn people message you to register for something or pay for a particular thing. But this one was from a recruiter, and the other several recruiters had actually messaged me, but they were like, oh, we're sorry, the role that we are looking to hire you for, you don't qualify for it, but we'll keep you in the loop. So basically, I got an offer from LinkedIn without applying for a job, so I sent them my CV. I went through the interviews, and I spoke to Lemal about it, and she was like, don't worry, it's going to be fine. Just relax and all that. And I got the offer. And the offer I got was not something I was looking forward to getting so soon. I was thinking it was going to take me a while because I had been too relaxed for a bit. But I got an offer, and it was really good, an hybrid job. I used to do a job where I work shifts before in the office. I travel every day to work. But now I have the privilege to work from the comfort of my house without going out. And it's been really nice, honestly. So I'm not yet to bamboozle you or anything or to impress anybody. I'm just telling you the facts that actually Nubians is really doing a great job. And if you really, really want to get value for your money, if you really, really want a training where you'll be led and directed through every part or every step that you take, Nubians is here to guide you through every part. And trust me, the facilitators are really great. Like they take you through everything at every point. If you have any questions and you ask them, they're willing to answer. They're not one of those people that will tell you wait till the next class or tell you to go online and look for answers. They're willing to put you through whatever situation or whatever answers you need. And that's one thing I really like about them. And another fun fact is that you have access to them for life. So even if you pay and you think that after the program, that's the end, no. You have access to them for life. Like I can call on Lemuel any day. I can call on Dorcas. I can call on Shakirat any day and any time, and they'll be willing to assist me with whatever that I need. So I'm telling you that yes, Nibians is actually a really great platform for learning any tech course that you're actually looking forward to learn. And it's not just us preaching or trying to, push you to do anything. It's like I told you when I started, I didn't have the money. I had to borrow the money from my mother. And look at where I am today. I currently earn times so what I was earning before. Like I've paid my mom back for insurance. I've paid that back because my salary now is doubled and I'm staying at home working and it's really nice. So trust me, you get value for your money. Yeah.
Thank you so much. There's a tiny part that she's not sharing. Please tell us about how you got a promotion after getting the offer. Your current company was
yes. Yes, so when I was about to leave my previous job, I got a promotion. I got a promotion in the space of 2 weeks before I got this offer. And I was now thinking, should I accept this? Should I stay back or should I move? But I spoke to a lot of people. I spoke to one of my mentors and the person was like, why stay back in a place where you've been for like 5 years and they didn't think about promoting you until now that you want to leave? So honestly, trust me, Navians is really good. They are really, really good and they're doing a great job. So if you want to learn data analytics, now is the best time. Now it's a chance. 2025, we don't know what's going to be like for us in Nigeria. So this is the best time for you to take on that skill and do something good for yourself. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Uduak. I really, really appreciate you. Can you all still hear me? Can you still hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Fantastic. Can we hear me? Can we hear me? Can we hear me? Can we hear me? Did we listen? Did we hear Lebora Alawale and Uduak? Did we hear them very well? Fantastic. Okay, so these are some of the people, some of the persons who joined the same program we're talking about, and they got results. And what did they do? Simply following instructions. It is that simple. Okay, so how can this be you heading into the year 2025? 2025 is here already. January is gone, just like that. January is gone, just like that. So how do you make the best of February, March, April, up until the end of the year? Okay, there is a class that started today, right? There is a class that started today, and then the next class is also starting 1st of March, which is the first weekend next month. Okay, now as for the class that started today, they did an onboarding package. Okay, they did an onboarding session. All right, so no technicality, just an onboarding. Now, if you want to join that class today, it is still possible, and I'll tell you how. Okay, but if you cannot join that class, but you would love to join the March cohort that starts the first Saturday of March, okay, that is also possible, and I'll tell you how to go about that. Now, the price for the program is 350,000 naira. That is the normal full amount. okay, for each of the programs, either data analytics, data science, or business analysis. But for those of us who are looking to, get started right now, and you are on this call, for the first 20 people on this call to register, they would be guaranteed to get a discounted price of 270,000. Okay, so rather than paying 350, you pay 270,000 naira. All right, and that is a whooping discount. Okay, now as if that's not good enough. Okay, you can make this in as much as 3 installments. Okay, as much as 3 installments, and this is how it goes. Now, this is only available for the first 20 people only. All right, now 3 installments. The first installment is 70,000 naira. That secures your discount. The 70,000 naira is just to secure that slot. Okay, now to start the class, you need to then top up with 100,000 naira. Okay, which means if you want to start with the February cohort that started today, you want to join that class still, okay, all you need to do is to pay 170,000 naira and you get to start the class. Then 1 month into the program, you then balance up with 100,000 naira, and that makes it easy for you to settle the fees. Now, for those of you who want to join the March cohort, but you still want to benefit from this discount, all you need to do is to do that with 70,000 naira only. That secures your discount. Okay, and before in March, you then top up rather with 100,000 naira, and you are eligible to start the class. Then at the end of March, which is 1 month into the program, you then balance up with the remaining installments. So that way, it is super easy for you to cover the cost. All right. Now, for those of us who would for those of us who will be securing their discounts now, all you need to do is do that with a direct transfer, okay, to this account on the bottom left corner of my screen. And then when you've done that, when you've made the payment, you've secured your discount, all you need to do is to reach out to me via my WhatsApp line. Okay, on my screen, look here. If you look at my screen, you see my WhatsApp line right here where I'm holding my laser. 0703-215-8619. All you need to do is to reach out to me directly, and I would personally enroll you into the class. Are we together? Are we following? Are we following? These are instructions, simple instructions that I'm giving. Now, finally, for those of you who want to still have a conversation with me even after you've secured your discount, okay, this can also happen after you've secured your discount. You still want to have a conversation with me, in a meeting like this, in a more relaxed, manner, where you get to ask your questions in a more relaxed manner. There will be a link in the chat now. All you need to do is to book a one-on-one session with me. Okay, that would happen 8 p.m. on Monday. All right, unfailingly, 8 p.m. on Monday. 8 p.m. on Monday. All right, 8 p.m. on Monday. Book, and I'll be there to discuss in depth. You get to ask more specific questions to you. Maybe tell me about your background. And we'll look for which course suits you. But you must have secured your discount. So the beauty is, when you're securing your discount, you can pick any course, okay? And by the time we've had the discussion, we can change that for you and enroll you into your preferred career path, okay? So this offer is open to only 20 people. Only 20 people, period. Okay, so if you've secured your discount already, you can type in the chat. Let's celebrate you. Let's congratulate you. If you've secured your own discount, okay, type your name in the chat, and also don't forget to send me a DM. Now, this is for those who have secured their discount. for those who have secured their discount, send me a DM right now, okay, so that I personally enroll you. For those of us who want to meet with me to speak, for consultation and all of that, even after you've secured a discount, okay, you can still book a slot. The link is in the chat box. Book a one-on-one session with Mohammed. If you look at the chat box, you'd see you can book a one-on-one session with me right there, right now, and we can have a discussion. Okay, so I want to know if you've secured a discount already. Let me know. Indicate. Let me know. Send me a DM so that um, I can take note of you and enroll you personally. All right. So this is where I would start to take questions now. For those of us who have secured a discount, please indicate. I would start to answer some of the questions I saw. How long is the program? It's for 3 months, okay? 3 months and a 1 month internship. That's 4 months, okay? If you choose to do the internship as well, okay, that'll be 4 months, okay? So, but 3 months properly in class, and then 1 month to get to test your abilities, do a lot of project presentations and all of that good stuff. And that's how the program is, all right? Okay, the email has been my story for some weeks now. Yes, George, rejection is absolutely normal. Okay, it's absolutely normal. But even if we say it's absolutely normal, we need to know you are doing the right things. I tell my mentees a whole lot. Are you doing the right thing? If you are not doing the right thing, then you don't even, I mean, the tech ecosystem is so good, okay, so good that if you don't do the right thing, you would not get results. Okay, if you want to get results like Lebura Lawali, like Udwak Basi, where two companies had to, slug it out on her matter, you need to do the right thing. Okay, and if you listened very well to both of them, they did not even have to apply to jobs. Okay, so the first layer of the strategy was so good that they did not even need to apply to jobs. And this could be you in a couple of weeks as well. So let me know, George, have you secured a discount? Have you secured a discount? Let me know in the chat box. Now, if you have questions, please type it in the chat box, and I would respond to your questions. If you've also, secured a discount, let me know in the chat box and all of that. Please, I can't see the price for data analytics, just only data science. Each of them is the same price, okay? Each is the same price, okay? Each of them is the same price, all right? Each of them is the same price. So data analytics is 350,000 naira, but on this session, I'm offering it at a discounted price for 270. So once we step out of this session, if you have not contacted me or booked a slot for a one-on-one session, then you would no longer be eligible for that discount. Or if 20 people have secured their slots already before you intend to do yours, you would not be getting that discount as well. So in your own best interest, okay, secure a discount with the first installment, 70,000 naira. That secures your slot. And then we can have a conversation about, which career path is the best for you, okay? How long is the class going to hold? Like I mentioned earlier in the session, it's a 3 hours class on Saturday, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. And on Sundays, you get what we call self-paced DID videos that, prepares you ahead of the next class in the coming week. So your classes are Saturdays and your classes are online, okay? Your classes are online. This prepares you for working remotely, all right? We want to prepare you, give you the etiquette of working remotely, so the classes are online. And that also allows us to achieve our mission and vision as a brand here at Nebians Analytics. It allows us to reach so many Africans, Ghanaians, South Africans, Kenyans, and get them the same result, okay, without having to worry about the hassle of logistics. So embrace remote working, embrace virtual classes, and join this class and achieve the same results as Lebura and Uduak Basi, who you listen to. All right. Um, I mean, how many months? Winifred, like I mentioned earlier, it's a 3 month program. Okay, it's a 3 month program. All right. Will a certificate be issued after the program? Capital letter, yes. Okay, capital letter, yes. All right. Who else has a question? Okay, Hazan, fear God, your hand is up. Utuk, Utuk, your hand is also up. Do you have a question or something? You can type it in the chat box. I'll be super glad to take your questions as we wrap up today's session. Don't forget, secure your discount right now. Okay, send me a WhatsApp message 0703-215-8619. I would personally enroll you into the course. All right, Sophia is asking, is there an internship after the program? Yes. And is it a paid internship? It is not a paid internship. All right. And Sophia, what I tell people is this: internship is not a money-making scheme for beginners. That's one. That's one thing I want you to take note of, Sophia. Number two is that it is possible for you to even get a job before the internship program. Lebora Olawale and Uduak that you heard speak both got a job before their program ended. All right, and that's good for us here at Nebiant Analytics to get jobs even before you get to do the internship, right? So it's possible for you to get a job even before the internship program. Okay, so don't wait till the internship before you start applying to jobs and the likes. Okay, so I hope that answered your question as well. All right. So do we have any other questions? Do you have a breakdown? Please paste your number in the comment section. Okay, let me paste it. 0703-215-8619. Okay, that's my WhatsApp line. So who else has a question? Do you have the breakdown of what each course entails? Yes. Fill in the attendance. You get this brochure. You get this link. You see the brochure you can simply visit our website. Okay, Nebiant Analytics, Nebiant.com rather. Okay, Nebiant.com. Okay, or just fill out the attendance. That's all you need to do. Fill out the attendance, and this will be mailed directly to you. Okay. Will there be certificate after the program? Rita, somebody just asked, and the answer is yes. Okay. The attendance link has just been posted. Okay. The syllabus of each module. Absolutely, Yemi. The syllabus of the module. Let me show you what it's like. Okay. Let me show you how you learn. Okay. So that I don't talk too much. All right. Now, once you enroll into the program, okay, you get onboarded into what we call Google Classroom, okay? And that's what you can see right now on my screen, all right? You get enrolled into a Google Classroom, all right? You can see data analytics, data science, business analysis. I think this is the January cohort for 2025. You see the code C0125. Now, if you look at my screen very clearly, let me increase the zoom a bit so that you can see what I'm talking about. If you look at this is the January cohorts for data analytics, C0125, meaning cohorts January 25. This is the January 25 cohorts for data science. This is the January 25 cohort for business analysis. Now, if you enroll to start with the February cohort, okay, you'd be enrolled into this particular class, C0225, which will be your class. For March, there would be another set of class for March, which will be C0325. Okay, so let me now show you. Okay, let's go to December cohort, for example, so that you see what they went through. Okay, I'll click on classwork so that you can see that. Okay, now when I click on classwork, this is a repository of all the materials they have access to. And guess what? You would have a lifetime access to this platform the moment you register. So when you register, the first thing we make available to you are important materials, a CV template for you to use to revamp your CV, LinkedIn optimization, a set of videos to optimize your LinkedIn, you know, and also you saw those portfolio that I presented earlier. The portfolio, somebody was asking, how do I create a portfolio? This is the video our participants watched, and they created those beautiful portfolios that you saw. Okay, and these are the first set of things that we provided to you at the beginning. You can see this is December 4th, and that's the December cohort was provided to them immediately. This is what we do that gives people results. When you hear, oh, people got jobs 3 weeks into the program, it's not magic. This is it. You also have mentorship. You can see CV assessment. You can see the technical support session. This was their Power BI class. The class is recorded. Okay. So they get classes recorded. You can see the facilitator. That is Dorcas. Okay. Fantastic data analyst who works with that particular cohort. You can see the class material. You can see how to download Power BI Gateway. You know, these are resources that would be made available. This is the login detail. Okay. This was how they joined the class January 25th. This was the class for January 25th. Okay. So you can see salary negotiation. All right. How do you negotiate a salary? I think I took that particular mentorship. Okay. I took that particular mentorship program on salary negotiation. Let me play it. Let's see. Let's play the recording. So it means that even if you miss this session, you can always come back, okay, to rewatch the session and, you know, see exactly what happened. So I'm just going to play a little bit of it just to see what went on 23rd January. I'm not sure I took this session, but let's see. Let's see who took the session. Okay, so you get this on a weekly basis, right? Different topics, gearing you towards getting a job. So let's go on while this is their second Power BI class. You can see the class is recorded always. All right, always recorded. Okay, mentorship, goal setting, personal branding, you know, status updates, you know, and all of that stuff. Okay, very good stuff. And they have a lifetime access. You would have a lifetime access to all of these things. All right. So this is still buffering. So when it starts playing, I'll let you know. Okay, but this is it the one-on-one session link? So if you want to book a one-on-one with me, the link is in the chat box. Just keep an eye on the chat. You see somebody saying book a one-on-one session with Mohammed, and you see a blue link there. Click on that, and you can book a session with me. On Monday, we'll meet 8 p.m. Ensure to block your calendar, save that time, join the session, and you'll meet myself there to, you know, answer your questions. I will not be alone. I'll come with team members to also help you out with with whatever question that you have. Most importantly, you don't want to come to that session and then we tell you, oh, the 20 slots are gone. We're so sorry. There's nothing we can do. Ensure to book your slots now. Okay? Ensure to book your slots now so that you don't fall under those that would receive stories that touch. Okay, book your slots now, and then let us meet. Let's discuss. You know, if you've booked your slot already, you've booked your discounted slot. When I say book your slot, I mean your discounted slot. Don't forget to send me don't forget to send me a DM so that, you know, I can put you through. So guys, don't sleep on this. This is the future. The future has started already. You are not yet late to the party, and I'll see you in class you know, on Saturday. All right, so ensure to join the program and let's get started together. So cheers, guys. In the absence of any other questions, cheers, guys, and we'll meet again on Monday, come 8 p.m. So to join today's class, we pay 170K today. Absolutely. So if you pay 170K today, Doxu, you get enrolled immediately. So all you need to do is, once you pay 170K to this account, send me a DM immediately. Okay, I will personally enroll you into that class. I will see to it that you are enrolled into that class so you can get onboarded ASAP. There is no time. Get onboarded ASAP and you join the class and your journey starts. Okay, guess what? Lebura Alawale, I don't know if you listen. Lebura Alawale was just like this. What was your name again? Doksu. Okay, Lebura Alawale was just like you. She joined a little bit late, but she got a job 3 weeks into the program. So imagine that also you. Okay, so make the payments now, 170,000. Okay, before midnight tonight, and you can still join. Anything after the midnight tonight, then it means you'll be enrolled into the next class. So please paste the account number. So I just copy. All right. So 0098999047 Nebiant Analytics, Sterling Bank. Okay. Sterling Bank. All right. So that's the Nebiant Analytics account 009 009 0098999047. Okay, so book your slots and don't forget to send me a DM. Do you have my phone number already, Dosu? Do you have my phone number already? Okay, thanks a bunch. I will join next batch. Okay, if you're joining next batch, it means that all you need to do is to secure your discount. Okay, secure your discount 70,000 naira. Okay, so that you don't miss out on the discount at least. All right, so secure your slots. Send me a DM immediately, and I will. Okay, brilliant. Dosu pasted my phone number. Okay, brilliant. Thank you for that. Okay, Fredal says no, so you can just copy my phone number. That's correct. Okay, 0703-215-8619. You can send me a DM also with us. All right, so this is where we will have made the payment. Brilliant. All right, so just enter into my DM. I will take it off from there. Also, congratulations. Okay, gift is reminding me that I'm still here. You see, promised me something. Okay, so gift, all you need to do is this. All right, I have a special one-off for you. Okay, I have a special one-off for you. So enter into my DM. We'll discuss that. It's special for you. So it's gonna be a special one for you. Trust me, gift. Okay, so enter into my DM as well. Okay, I wish to buy the course for the tuition, but for the tuition fee, and I wish to buy the course for the tuition fee. It is well. Yes, it is well, Effiong. Okay, it is well. Now, I want you to scout, Effiong. Okay, scout, take today, this night. All right, scout around and check for brands that offer anything close to what we offer. If you will ever find lifetime access to all your training facilities, lifetime access to your facilitators and maybe analytics, lifetime access to things like interview preparation. If you don't know what lifetime access means, let me tell you, it means that in as much as we have it in our records that you pass through the program, you are entitled to these things for life. Okay, and it's a promise. And guess what? We kept to that promise, and that's why we have results to show you here. Okay, so we are not one of those brands that come, teach you a bunch of stuff and send you away. We ensure that you get results, okay, in as much as you follow our instructions. It is that simple. So guess what? Even if this program is slated for 500,000 naira, it is worth your money considering the return on investment that you get. I don't need to say that too much. I don't need to talk too much. You've heard from Lebura, you've heard from Uduak Pasi. Secure your slot now and let the rest be history for you as well. So this is where we'll draw the curtain. Is anybody saying anything anymore? When is the next course starting? Because I've secured my slots since about 3 weeks ago. If you've secured your slots about a day, it means you meet. So you should have been reached out to with one of my teams, my team member. Okay, so boss said, please send me a DM. Let's get to the root of the matter. Okay, let's get to the root of the matter. Okay, you should have been reached out to by now. Okay, I can beat my chest that you should have been reached out to by now. But send me a DM. Let's get to the root of the matter. I'm not financially capable enough to buy. F Young, imagine this is a lifetime opportunity. Okay, would you give that excuse if this is a lifetime opportunity? Would you give that excuse? I'm sure your answer will be no. Okay, take advantage of this. You won't see this offer anywhere else. I can beat my chest to that. It's a tested and trusted, brand. We get the results for you, and all you need to do is to make the commitment. Send your proof or receipts on WhatsApp. Yes, also I will respond to you shortly after the session. Okay, Abo said yes, they've reached out to me. Thanks. Okay, brilliant. All right, so that means you're sorted out, Abo said. All right, so I think this is where we will draw the curtain. I hope you have filled the attendance. You booked this one-on-one session with me. So let's meet again on Monday for those of us who booked a one-on-one session with me. Cheers, guys, and see you next time. See you in class. Don't sleep on it. Bye.